Can we talk about how annoying it is that literally sizes are so different in every single fucking store?
Yes.
There's no way you can leave a store without trying something on. Like, shopping is fun in a lot of reasons until you try them on, and then that's when the sweating starts, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I also have to go to the bathroom now because like this feels like a bathroom stall. Like. I don't know if you ever have those moments where you're like
trying to put
so
something
tangled.
on, yeah, and you're like panicking. You're like, am I about to rip this and have to pay for it fucking anyway? Even
Exactly.
Though I
Hulk through.
Yeah, right.
Break
I like
the
to start
zipper.
panicking. I'm like,
Yeah.
About to freaking cry.
just
and
leave.
Give
I'm
up.
like, I left them in there. It's a
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, they were all no's.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the All Nighter Podcast.
This is where the insomniacs come to get silly.
With your hosts, Ashlyn Benson, Alexis Leach, and Rhonda Lou.
All right. Hi, everybody.
What is up?
Holy
Welcome back.
shit. Welcome.
Welcome to the place where you stay up all night and
Or at least, you just hang with us for an hour or so.
yeah,
At
nobody
whatever time of
listens to
day.
us at night.
I know.
Oh my
except for me.
gosh.
It's probably just me. 'Cause
They better
normal-
listen to us at 9.
Yeah, I'm definitely editing this all night. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, whenever
One
you
of my
send me
friends
the
did
link.
ask though. She was like, "Are you guys really recording all night, overnight?" I was like, "Nah, it's usually at like 5 p.m."
Yeah, right. And well, like I've talked about like how I would love to do a live stream one day. Once we
Yeah,
get
but
to
yeah,
a
if we
certain
did like a
point or
live
something.
show and stuff too, that'd be like 9 p.m.
Exactly. Yeah. And hey, fucking thank you everybody who came out to the show.
Yeah.
It was
Yes,
really
dude.
fucking
It was so
cool.
fun.
It was really
Dude,
fucking amazing.
We'll have the video up on the channel, but yeah, you can definitely check it out. And then if you ever want to come to any future shows, that's just a little taste.
I would imagine that by the time this episode is out, we'd probably have all that stuff, and you probably have it up by then.
That's putting
So
a lot of
if-
faith in future Ashlyn.
If that's the case, we'll put the link in the description.
Oh my gosh.
Cause yeah, it's so fucking awesome that we even managed to get it all recorded and stuff.
Yeah.
For real, dude. It's just crazy because it's like, yeah, like I'm like, I can just do this. I can like record every live show that I put on like this, and yeah, and then you can kind of see the work and stuff that I put into it.
Almost like your repertoire, like as
Yeah,
it
like a
goes
resume or
throughout the
something,
day.
and-
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, throughout the shows.
Yeah.
It was funny to see you go into like event mode.
Yeah, dude.
At the actual
Is it
show.
scary?
No, it's so cool.
No, it
You've
was
seen-
funny because like at one point I saw you and you were like checking your phone or something, and then like you were like and then you were like checking the camera and this and that, and then you were running, and then all of a sudden you were like in host mode, and I was like, damn,
Yeah, like all
she's
it
doing it all.
all it is like just fucking impressive.
Yes.
Like, because and it makes a lot of sense with what you ended up talking with me about, in that like once it actually started, once we actually kind of like, because we started a little bit later to let everybody get there and stuff, and but once you were like, okay, go, it was on, like
Yeah.
you were on, and it seemed so natural, and like with what you were saying, you were like, well, oh yeah, this is like what I was made to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like a train conductor or something. Like,
Right,
all right,
yeah.
just settling in, and I was like, choo choo.
Yeah.
It is funny because I was sitting in the chairs, and it in some ways it kind of feels like waiting tables, where you're just like kind of managing several spinning plates at once.
Yes. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't find it that challenging. It was like when I was finally in the thrusts of the show, I was like, dude, what the fuck was I getting so nervous about? Like I'm like, I've done this
Exactly.
1,000 times. And I do enjoy hosting, and I think it is one of my skill sets where I could kind of host like any show. I think, but it doesn't
Yeah.
just have to be comedy.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I can
agree.
just, bring the fucking vibes, the energy,
Yeah.
hype it up. Get
You're
you
definitely very
excited.
good with that. Yes.
I freaking love it because like I feel like
And I think that is because, I mean, obviously, when I got on stage, anybody's going to be nervous, unless you're just like built different, I guess. But I mean, it really, I felt, once like walking up, it was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then I actually got up there, and then like you said, it just was pretty natural. I did indeed fuck my sex up a little bit. My set up a little bit, but I mean, it didn't even bother me that I had messed it up, which is not like me. Normally I'd be like, oh my god, you freaking idiot, and then normally it would like derail my whole whatever it is I'm talking about. But
no, I feel you. Like it was kind of similar for me, because like with starting out, like fucking up, like the first song was kind of rough for me in a way, but it was like once I got to a certain part, even in the first song, I was like, oh, I found it again, because I was like way off, like something, everything. I was like, where are the notes that I needed?
It is so crazy, dude. Sometimes getting up on stage playing the piano in front of an audience, you're like, it's as if you've never heard notes before. And you're like, what is this note
It's kind of
again?
like whenever somebody asks you, like, what's your favorite movie? And you're like, movies are the thing that exists?
Yes. Or like, oh, what's your name? And it's like,
Who am I?
yeah, like just
well, like
Sandra.
And well, with the sustain, like being weird and stuff too, like and the thing is that first note that I'm playing on the good work, it's like a B sus2 or something. It's like it sounds kind of different on every piano.
Yes.
And so like trying to attune to it, it's like I probably should have tried to do it earlier, but like in the second and third song, I had so much fun. Like I mean, like I was like feeling everything that I was singing. It felt very like raw nerve for me, but I was like, this is
you
cool.
transported us.
But I don't know. It was a trip too, because in the second song, I play double handed at home when I'm like practicing, but most of the time when I'm like performing in front of people at open mics or whatever, I'll just do like, one note with my left hand, because it's just a lot for my brain with the nerves and whatever.
And then also having to like scroll on
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I always see you guys doing that. And then, but before I get into that, what I was going to say is I think the reason it felt so good was because the host being, well, not just being Ashlyn, but the host being so welcoming, not only to the crowd but to the performers as well. I think just makes or breaks a show, honestly, because like I feel like if you have a host or somebody that's conducting a show or directing a show or whatever, if they're not into it as much as you are, then you're not going to have committed
if they're not
people,
bringing the enthusiasm and the exuberance, that they are passionate about the show too, that they care about it, and you really did bring that.
Like the little gift bags were so sweet.
I know, and then so fucking silly and cute.
Where's that fucking strut coming
I know.
from?
I don't know if it's my cord or yours, but I'll hold this a little tighter just to see if it's mine. But yeah, no, in the second song, Calling, I played it double-handed the whole time. And I didn't even really think about it. Like something else was happening for me in a way.
Isn't that weird too, that with performing, you can really have these strange out-of-body experiences?
Yeah.
And you're like, who am I right now? Because I think I'm floating above me. Or whatever.
Well, I don't know. It was weird, like almost like I lost myself in it.
Yeah.
For a while, and I was just like, oh yeah, it's
you
like
were in your passion.
Yeah, and well, like just feeling the therapy of the words in it in a way.
The catharsis.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah, the active catharsis.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was talking with Ashlyn about like, cause we've been doing St. Cecilia's like every Thursday, and like I did a new song that I wrote literally yesterday, and I was like, this is such a big fucking risk for me, because I'm already naturally scared and stuff, but it actually felt so good. I think because it was a fresh song in a way, and because the emotions were fresh, and like potent. It just hit nice, and I was like, like it felt like a little group therapy in a way or something, and it was just fucking cool.
Which I definitely love to shout out St. Cecilia's listening room. So if you're like a beginning artist or been an artist and looking for more places to play, it's such a nice community. And like I had no expectations going into the St. Cecilia's mic. But I just really find that I enjoy like the community aspect, but just the supportiveness of like, you know, they let you do covers, they let you try unfinished songs, and like everybody is just kind of, you know, we're just trying to, it does feel like kind of like family or kids show and tell, where you're just like, anyways, this is my thing, and it's not like that much pressure, you know. I mean, it's still nerve-wracking to do it in front of everybody, but I feel like the more I do it, like the more fun I'm having, and just like, you know, it is like before I didn't have a place to practice like doing piano ambiance stuff. And so, but yeah, I was like, wait, I should like utilize this and try that, to try and basically freestyle in front of an audience and basically like find the music in that moment. So, but I had to practice it in front of people. So anyways, that's probably what I'll try. Maybe not at the next one since it's at their house, but maybe the one after, just so I can have, I need the weighted keys.
Yeah, I mean, even if you ever wanted to like improv, you know, like just little vocalizations and stuff with it and stuff too, I think it could be like a whole ass vibe.
Yeah, and I was talking around before the pod of like, I think we kind of found it. I did it last night, and I was getting silly, and I didn't really like get through my covers, but I have like these things of thinking of like basically setting up the song, but from a different perspective. So I was singing Lana Del Rey's Love, and I was like, but I didn't end up doing it. But in my head, I was like, picture this like a granny singing it or whatever. And like the first couple lines are like, look at you kids with your vintage music, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And just like getting into character and like doing silly ass stuff like that. I feel like it's such a supportive environment that I can work some of this weirdness out. But
yeah, and I mean, I feel like there's so much potential with all different kinds of songs and character work that you can do, because some songs are just like even just kind of funny when you're hearing the lyrics like, word for word, and so like so even if you were to add a character on top of that, I think you could just fucking kill it.
Maybe at some point do a mashup.
Yeah. And I mean, I already told you girls how fucking proud I was of you. Like it was so hard for me not to cry at the end of the night, like around people, not even like in any, it was just like, just A, relief, but B, like just like utter joy and gratitude. Like I just felt like I was so lucky to be able to do this with family,
Right.
and you know, whatever shows you want to do in the future and stuff, it could just be so fucking beautiful. Because like seriously, like the biggest thing that was really moving to me, outside of just like everybody on the lineup doing their absolute fucking best, like for real, was the vibe of the crowd, and like the people that were brought out by these, you know, different cool people, just made like, you know, their energy with every single one of the comics and stuff just so warm and fucking cool. It all made me proud. It all made me happy, and like kind of reinstilled some faith in humanity in a really cool way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I really
Preach it.
yeah, because like, you know, there were moments leading up to the show, you know, like with the protests and stuff, where I'm like, oh no, dude, this world feels so crazy, it doesn't even make sense to put on a show. But but at this point, it also kind of feels like, you know, like the ringleader of the circus. It's like, listen, we just still need an escape. Come down the stairs and get silly with me. You know,
And in a
Like
lot
the
of
Mad
ways,
Hatter.
yeah,
in a lot of ways, it's its own act of rebellion. You know?
yes,
Yeah.
And somebody,
and it is the place where I can express myself the best on some of these things, better than even on the podcast.
There's a famous quote, and I can't remember by who, but it says, like, in a destructive world, like, the most rebellious thing you can do is be a creator.
Yeah,
And
Oh my god, that's ringing a bell, and it's like right on the tip of my
I
tongue.
know, dude. I want to say it's like Scott's. I can't remember. But I do
Damn.
think that is very true. I think in a lot of ways, like, our art can be our means of resistance.
Yeah.
And just trying, like
and kind of also displaying who I am, you know, in a way that just feels
authentic and
yeah.
real. Yeah, and same for me too. Like it's and if we do ever do like improv stuff or whatever, that would be amazing eventually. But But even just like doing silly characters and allowing myself to be silly in between the emotional songs was nice too.
Yes, like that is a part of your stage presence. Like you are still funny, cute, and silly, you know, like and that's what makes your serious songs more endearing and more, you know, just like damn, you know, just like this cute little girl also like singing her song like, oh man, she writing truth, spitting truth. Right? Oh yeah, which side are you on, bitch? You know? So good.
Oh, thank you, dude.
I know, and at some point, like, I'd love to film a music video for Ron and Chad and like all their different songs because, like,
that would be so cute.
I
Yeah, we've
envision
talked
so much
about-
when I hear like when I'm watching you guys.
Yeah, well, like we had talked about with the awning and stuff too. I think like there are some really simple spots that I think we could have some really beautiful stuff with.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and I look forward to the next one, dude. I think it will be just as fucking fun, if not more, in a way, because now you know you can.
Yes, yeah, and it did feel like, you know, I think in some ways it's like maybe we were all waiting for each other, like Ryan and all them, to like really get something going.
Yeah,
And then it's like, well, I guess it's gonna be me. Yeah, you guys ain't gonna do it now, you know, like
yeah.
And I think also, you know, I would love to collaborate with more people and stuff and talk in different kind of shows. Because we can, and it's like, yeah, we don't have to let, you know, other sects of the community kind of take over and whatever, you know, like everybody can have their own space and spot and do the things that they want. And, you know, I think we just are really wanting a space that feels welcoming and
loving, dude.
You know, queer friendly, like, you know,
Yeah,
that's
safe.
important, you know, because there is so much of the Tulsa community that is, you know, queer and everything, and that it has a vibrant community in itself, and it's like it'd be cool if it's more in the comedy community as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I know that there are different comedians that put on shows that feel that way and stuff, but like
Yeah.
a lot of the mics, particularly like the open mics or whatever, it is like
Yeah, the open mics are the rougher
person,
parts of the community,
Yeah.
but the people who are putting on shows and stuff are still doing a great job. And that's not to say, you know, the people doing the open mics aren't doing a great job either. You know, that
yeah, they're
there's
trying
just
their best.
I think there was really something that we had before the pandemic, and we're not quite back to that place yet. I think we can even get there better than the past.
Well, and I think with your show that is getting back to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know, because like it felt like a reunion, and it was
Yeah.
so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like it did just feel like a family thing, and it was just fucking awesome.
And it is crazy now to be like, dang, I've known Ryan and TJ and Lauren like for
Over
almost
a
10
decade.
years.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Lauren was fucking hilarious.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh,
I
she's the
know.
best. Like
TJ
she,
too. Everybody.
you know, each one of them holds a special place in my heart. For just their comedy, you know, and who they are, and just I freaking love them so much. So freaking feel loved.
You're like, there it is.
Just gonna keep putting that out there until we
Them's
hang
the
out again,
truth.
and I'll be like, what up?
I know, dude. Like I don't know. I just feel so much excitement for you, particularly. I think you deserve to feel so capable of this stuff for a long time, because you always have been.
It does feel like I've just like learned so many skills that are kind of hard, and it's like, what is it all even for? You know, at times, like with the video editing and stuff, and like, but I have to always remember, like, and with photography, it's like each thing kind of led me to this place now.
Of having the capacity and the equipment to do all of these things.
Because I remember, you know, being like 20 and, you know, posting my first YouTube videos and just like what I hoped for. And, you know, it's kind of got me to this other point where it's like, okay, like maybe it's all aligning and it's all for a reason. And, you know, maybe it's okay that I had that time to become a mom and everything, you know, because it's so annoying how, like, in general, I think everybody's static.
Yeah, it's actually like it it
Oh,
seems
it
to
says-
be coming on like all of us now.
Ghost.
Ghost, what you doing? How you be? Okay, it stopped.
Anyways, freaking everything used to run so smooth with this audio recorder. Now there's moments where it's like
No, dude,
Anyways.
but I mean, I think you deserve that time to recoup and stuff, but you are like you have fully stepped into your power. And it's so fucking cool to see. And even like with this podcast and stuff, like when I rewatch it, man, like it just makes me feel so full. And like I know that when I rewatch like the show and stuff too, it's gonna be the same thing. And I like it. It's so hard for me to process things lately, dude. Like, you know, like
I know,
shit-
I feel like I had a hard time, especially during the show, just like processing what was happening.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like just because it almost felt very dreamlike in a way for me
Yes,
a
yeah.
little bit. There was like a surreal quality to a lot
Not
of
used to the
things.
venue being like in a very different area of Tulsa than normal.
Yeah, and I mean everything, and I love the venue, and that
Yeah.
made it surreal too. And I don't know, there was just, and it kind of just keeps going for me lately. Like, you know, we're hosting the Gypsy Open Mic now, and that's like fucking crazy. And a very
Yeah, so come out to that too. If you're an
Yes.
aspiring artist, and there it's a mix.
Yeah, it's a mixed mic, so you can do poetry and stuff too, and even comedy. But sign up is at 6:30. But I will say, man, like people start gathering around like 6:10, 6:15 a lot of the time. So like I mean, the list has been filling up like every fucking night, and it's beautiful and awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to give everybody a heads up on the fact we do only put the list out at 6:30, but everybody's already like ready and has been for a while by the time we put it out. But yeah, I would love to see you guys out there. And like, well, like even doing things like, you know, like writing a song in a day and then performing it that night. Like that's a fucking trip for me. I'm like, and that's actually like, I think the second
Literally
or
my
third
whole
time.
college experience
Really?
is writing my essay like the night before.
Yeah, right.
And my mom's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Getting straight A's." So like, what's the deal? I say straight A's, but it's more like it's A's and B's, but still.
That's really fucking good, dude. That is really
Thanks.
fucking good.
I'm really good at being a procrastinator.
Well, maybe
Dude,
you
aren't
are
we
just
all?
a person like
I
like
just do
more-
good under pressure. I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I think at the end of the day, it's a superpower. Like we still get it done before the deadline, you know? But I was the same way. Like never, if I was ever given 2 weeks for an assignment, I was like, okay, so 24 hours, you know, like, or 48 hours or whatever it is, you know. It's just like,
Challenge accepted.
yeah, I will wait till that last minute, baby.
I was such a freaking weirdo, man. I mean, like I would normally do my homework before like the bus came, or while I was waiting for the bus. So like I wouldn't have to do it when I got home or whatever. And most of the time with like projects or whatever, I would do them soon as, and then I just wouldn't have to think about it. Like that was normally my thing. Like I like to get things like just out of the fucking way in a way.
See, that's good. That's good. See, I was not that person. But I feel like now being a mom, I've tried to make myself that person a little bit more. And it's helpful because it is like before it's like never think about future me and troll future me all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And
No,
now
I
I'm
was
like,
there for a
consider
long
her.
time.
You know?
Yeah, consider her, you know, deeply.
Help
and-
her. You can help her right now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there are things you could do right now to serve your future self. And no, it really does make a world of a fucking difference. It's crazy. There are like certain bras or whatever that I find fairly irritating in that way.
Can we talk about how annoying it is that literally sizes are so different in every single fucking store?
Yes.
There's no way you can leave a store without trying something on. You just
No.
have to
Yeah.
try it on to guarantee
Yeah.
that it will actually fit you.
It makes me so mad.
Girl,
Yeah.
it is crazy. It is insane. Especially like getting bigger too. It's like trying to find these things and sizes that like It was insane. And it makes you feel, because like, yeah, like a large is so different from another large.
Mhm.
So you're like, okay, you know, it's good. And then you put it on and you're like, okay, I was a large yesterday. I should be a large today. Like,
Exactly.
And then you're squishing in and it's looking crazy. And you're like,
Like,
and that's why
what the fuck?
that's the only reason. Like, shopping is fun in a lot of reasons until you try them on, and then that's when the sweating starts, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I also have to go to the bathroom now because like this feels like a bathroom stall. Like, and then you're like getting caught in spaghetti, and you know.
all
I
the
don't know if you
things.
ever have those moments where you're like
Trying to put
so
something
tangled.
on. Yeah, and you're
and-
like panicking. You're
You're
like, am I about to rip
"Oh."
this and have to pay for it fucking anyway? Even though I hate
Exactly.
it?
Hulk
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, right.
Break.
I like
the
just start
zipper.
panicking. I'm like,
Yeah.
About to freaking cry. and
just leave.
give
I'm like, I
up.
left them in there. It's a
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, they were all no's.
Having like a full on like that one chick from White Chicks.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even really pay that much attention to the sides. It's like I kind of like choose from a range and just
Yeah.
like try them on. Like I'll hold them up and kind of see if the seams kind of line up a little bit, but I'm just like, it is kind of a crapshoot. I mean, especially I mean, I am thrifting like 99% of the time, so it's like that every brand is a different with the larges and mediums and
like,
whatever.
It's so crazy because it's almost like, so like I went to Altered State the other day.
Oh yeah,
And like I got these shorts and
Hell
they're
yeah.
really cute, right? But so like first I tried on a small and I was like, or no, I tried these on and I was like, okay, they're like, because you know, you've worn shorts where they're like not super tight on like the butt
Yeah.
area, you know?
yeah,
And
Giving
you're
like diaper butt a little bit or something.
Yeah, a little bit. And then you're like, okay, whatever. Well, I'm still gonna wear them because they're still comfy, you know, because they're not super tight.
yes.
So like I was like, okay, well I'm gonna get these ones, but I'm just gonna try a small, see what they fit like, right? So I go and I try on a small, and I'm like, whoa, these are way smaller than the medium, like way
Yeah.
smaller. It's almost like they
Almost
want
like
you.
an extra small.
Yeah, it's almost like they want you to like try on the small so that you'll be devastated and like
Yeah.
not want to try on anything else so that only tiny people will shop there or something.
Yeah, it's
Because it's like it was just so drastically different, and like I still bought them, but because it was like the smalls fit me perfectly in the bootay area, but then like I went to go button them, and it was like not gonna happen, right? So I'm like, why do these fit perfect in the butt but not in the waist? Like, what is this about?
dude, you know what you can do though is you can get it like a little bigger and then just get it tailored. And dude, tailoring is not always that expensive. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
tailored
actually
one of my
pretty good.
dresses for like $14 because it was like a fancy dress on that one, but like jeans and stuff she was like $4 or whatever. So like you can if you get your denim tailored, dude, like
Yeah,
it will be
it's so
doing what you
flattering.
want to the booty, doing what you want to the waist, and you're like, damn, I'm the hottest girl ever.
For $4,
Exactly. Yeah.
$4 butt lift.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Actually, because especially like if you are thrifting too, that is great. Like
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
fucking affordable. If it's
Mhm.
like $4 per or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fucking sweet, dude. I used to alter my clothes a lot by hand, but normally I would just kind of do like bullet darts or whatever to kind of alter something or cinch it in different areas. But now I'm like fucking
I'm
around with
lazy.
embroidery.
I'm like, I'm not. Mm-mm.
I mean, it is actually
My hands have seen enough pain.
Well,
From these
like
dogs butting them.
I mean, like sometimes I would do like full sewing or whatever, but it was rare. Like because most of the time, like the bullet darts would kind of hold. You know, they might not hold forever. They'll probably hold for like 3 washes or whatever. But most of the time, and that's kind of when I've gotten my use out of my alteration or whatever.
Rhonda just has a system.
Yeah, well, with the embroidery now too, though, I was telling the girls that I was like, I want to sew the All Nighter podcast on some shit.
Yeah, it's gonna
and I
look
want
so
to wear it
freaking
out
cool.
and about, like those overalls or whatever that I wore to the dress rehearsal. I was like, think maybe
Yeah.
I could put it on like
That
the
would be cute.
pocket or something. I'm like, yo, and or even just like little peekaboo things, like if I wanted to put it like small, like at the bottom of a skirt or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
I think that would be so fucking
Like,
cool.
I'm sorry, merch.
Yeah, right, exactly. It would be like funky because it's
Or like
you
little
know,
beanies.
Ooh, I like it.
Beanies beanies would be cool, actually. That would be really sweet. I mean, I feel like
or like little hats like this or something.
I
Yeah,
feel
because
like
you can't you even embroider
Yeah,
on a
this is
cap, too?
embroidered.
yeah, actually, a cap would probably be a lot easier than a
A beanie. Well, yeah.
because like I think it would just pucker a lot unless I made a patch and then ironed it on the beanie. But
that would be kind of cool too.
But
But
this
still,
actually,
yeah.
I think, would hold up perfectly. So even if I just thrifted some fucking hats, and then like maybe I could do like a sun and the moon or something, and put the all nighter podcast. That could be fucking cool.
I love it. She's also
Projects.
currently working on a top that says "fuck fascism."
Yes, with a
I love
rainbow
it.
and some bows. Yeah, I could add some 3D elements to my art, like with
dude.
embroidery.
Oh,
and
that'd
I
be
was
so
like, that'd be
freaking
fucking
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and the thing I was trying to tell you about that yesterday is there was this guy on the Sunday morning news or whatever, and he would take thrifted pictures, like especially he did a lot like with Jesus and stuff, like thinking about a hamburger or whatever, like painting in like other things or putting like a robot and like, you know, one of those like old timey like just like landscape pictures and
Exactly.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, that's such a good idea.
Yeah,
like,
no, I would do that all the time. I would get like already done paintings that either were prints or were I rarely did it with actual paintings, but I did it with two. Okay. And yeah, like so like one was like of a forest or whatever, and I added like fucking fairies in there and stuff. And it's so much fun actually to
but then
add these little elements
also to
in.
collab. Like one day we should take some of our
Yes.
old artworks and switch and do like a little
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that would be really fucking
Also, we
cool,
still
dude.
have to go do like the painting those things, purple glaze or whatever, where we paint
Oh,
little
yeah.
ceramic
Yes.
things. Also, we were supposed to have our girls trip this weekend.
I know, dude. But
Um,
life, it's like so much has been going on.
It really
you know?
has, because then it's like it's. I was thinking like, you know, I want to do this August show, but then I was also like, Blue Oil is gonna probably be right at the end, and then at the end of August. But then also potentially, I think our brother-in-law, I think their baby's gonna come. The baby's due in September. I think that baby's gonna come like. So at the end of August, honestly, you know, and then so it's like that's happening, and then also I have a friend's baby shower to go to in Kansas City, August 30th. Wait, why am I giving you my itinerary? Nobody stopped me. Anyways, let me conceal some information. There's just a lot happening, and I'm like,
Nobody stalk me.
And then she's about to be 30 in like 2 weeks.
I know, dude. That
Oh my
is
God.
kinda
And then she'll
fucking
officially
crazy.
join us in the 30s club.
Hell yeah, brother.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I actually really am. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do yet. I think I'm probably gonna try and find like some local show to go and dance to, but like the following weekend or something. But yeah, it's just it's all fucking
There's so
a
much
lot.
stuff. It's a summer. Summer is summering.
Summer
Despite
is
our
summering
society
hard.
crumbling, the rest of us are just like, we're gonna party anyway. Goddamn.
We're gonna try and live.
You can't take over fascism. No, you get away from here, fascism.
Fucking
Sorry, I
seriously.
don't know what kind of voice that was. That was all over the place.
No, the I mean the
I'm
voice.
just saying they can't smash our joy. There's no
Yes.
way freaking Handmaid's Tale can happen. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm just letting you know right now, I'd be murdering people, so don't do that.
you see those motherfucking claws, those weapons, okay? Like they might sparkle, but they also slice.
Dude, yeah, and there's like another.
I get so
protest.
many dudes at work, like clients that'll be like, "Oh my gosh, how do you get anything done with those things?" And I'm like,
It's like, how do you get anything done with your brain?
Dude, but yeah, so there's supposedly another protest being organized for July 4th, actually.
Ooh.
Like it's supposed to be like a No Kings Part 2 kind of thing.
Ew, part 2. I like it.
But I actually feel like that would be like my favorite way to celebrate.
Yeah, I
July
think-
4th.
yeah.
Because like I said, one of the last podcasts or whatever, protesting is the most American thing you can do. It is. Like, I mean, and so many of the ideas that could potentially make America cool, like they're really fucking stripping all of them down. And it's yeah, I think it would be like actually like I think it would feel good. Like because a lot of the time, I mean, like when so much shit is going on, like celebrating it in a way
Yeah.
feels kind of weird. But I think if we're actually celebrating the ideals that we do stand for,
Yeah.
you know, that America was founded on, then it could be like, all right, hell yeah, you know. So I'm about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, because it feels hard, like when there's so much that the president is doing that you like don't agree with. You're like, Lord, you know, like
man, and Bernie was here too, and I wanted to go so freaking bad, but it was like the day after.
Yeah, and now we have
show.
fucking
Me?
what's his face coming here, Kennedy.
Oh, Robert F. Kennedy?
Yeah.
No shit. I didn't know that.
let's protest that.
Yeah.
With him, I honestly, I mean, like, when it's like protesting specific people or whatever, I don't know how useful it is unless it's like your local representation. You know what I'm saying? Like protesting protesting Ryan Walker or whatever. I think that's useful. But like, you know, Robert F. Kennedy, he's a trip, dude. I don't even know what to think of the man, honestly. Like, I mean, he just seems like very bizarre in a lot of the
well, and it's crazy because he's married to freaking the girl from freaking
yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yes,
Yeah.
I know. That's also
like,
a trip.
what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, my tattoo artist was talking about you know the guy who does Hot Chicks. What's his name?
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider. Yeah, you know he's kind of like right leaning nowadays, and like
He's a weirdo.
yeah, and
That
freaking
sucks.
her boyfriend like does sound engineering, so he did sound engineering for a show.
Rhonda keeps grabbing my foot.
Yeah, I keep grabbing
Thinking
your
it's her
toes.
vape, and every time
looking
she
for
does,
my
I'm like,
vape.
I like get scared. I'm like, what's happening? Because like only Jordan grabs my feet, so I'm like, Jordan? I'm like, he's not here. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Yo,
Freaking hell, I don't even know.
Hell.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's disappointing when I like learn about different people that their values are kind of freaking whack. I'm like, well, shit, dude.
Why your values so whack?
Yeah, dude. Why are you so out of alignment?
Speaking
dude?
of, I was telling Rhonda this story on my way here, or on our way over here. So on Tuesday or whatever day it was that I had slept all day after I got home from work. Oh, Wednesday. I had gotten home from work at like 4, and my dad was leaving, and he was like, do you want anything from the brook? And I was like, sure, get me this, blah, blah, blah. And then I fell asleep, so I didn't even get to eat it until the next day.
Oh damn.
I popped it all in the air fryer though, so
there you
it
go.
was fine. It was
Dang.
fine. The Philly cheesesteak survived. But anyway, he was by himself, and he was holding the door. I think the story was that he was holding the door open for this lady, but he had his hands full because it was just him getting the order for
food.
me, my mom, and him. And so he had his hands all full. And so he was holding the door open. And I guess this lady was like yakking away on her phone. And like, he was clearly like trying to be polite and like, you know, whatever. And she just never like was walking into the building. So he was like, fuck this. And like just went ahead and left. And so he walks out the door, and the door there is heavy. So it kind of slams. So it slammed, and I guess the guy that was with her was like, well, that was fucking rude. And he turned around, and he didn't even realize it at first, but the dude was like dressed head to toe in MAGA, like MAGA hat, fight shirt.
Oh god.
I think he had on, like my mom said, Trump shorts that either had his name on them or something like that.
Whoa.
And then American flag shoes.
Wow.
And so once my dad realized, he was like, why don't you shut the fuck up, you Trump dick sucker, or something like that. And then other things were said, and I guess the lady was videotaping him. He was like, so I guess I might end up on TikTok later. I'm like, oh yes, your dream coming true.
No, you gotta say what you said to your mom or whatever.
Oh yeah, I had told my mom that I always knew one of them was going to get videotaped. I just always thought it was going to be her.
Oh my god, that's so fucking beautiful.
Not that they're like Karens or anything. They just do shit like that, like to people who deserve it. Because what the fuck? What do you mean that was rude? What do you mean? You're whatever she is to you. I don't know if it was like his wife or who it was, like a daughter or something like that. Because I guess it was an older guy, and I'm like, bro, it was.
He waited.
It's rude when people are yakking on their phone, not paying attention to the people around them. Like he had sat there and held the door open for you for however long, and you're just being a stupid asshole. Like walk in, keep talking on the phone,
hold the
or
door
like,
open for her. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, or why
whatever
weren't you holding the door
relation
open
is to
for
her.
I just had that short circuited. Because that's a good point, Rhonda. Thank you.
Weird, dude. Absolutely weird.
Oh, good. It caught that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was funny.
I don't know how I would respond to somebody being like actively abrasive, you know. I've never really been in that situation, you know. I mean, you know, like with that lady at Gardner's or whatever was probably the closest thing I had to that, but she wasn't really being abrasive or whatever.
No, she wasn't
was
being
just
rude.
like,
She was just like being obnoxious, and I'm like,
insane. She was like, "Well, Kamala's the socialist and like all these things," and it
like
was
Pookie
just,
Bear, what?
and then kind of bringing Jesus into it too, like saying that freaking, you know, Jesus had like, you know, was persecuted and whatever, and I was like,
What are you talking about?
like, well, she was comparing Trump to Jesus in that they're both persecuted, and that's kind of like almost like a holy thing or something. And I was like, brother, like, do you know like what he's being persecuted? Do you know what Jesus was being persecuted for? Like, I'm like, this is not synonymous in any fucking way. It's like entirely antithetical to what Jesus was being persecuted for. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, and it's so weird. Like, so like with her, because she wasn't being rude, I felt like I was still like approaching her in love in a way, you know, and just like, because, you know, she was asking us like who we were voting for, and that's when I told her Kamala, and that's when she said the socialist stuff, and I was just like, this is where I'm at, you know, and I see where you're at, and, you know, we can dance it out later, because that's how the whole thing started. She was just dancing to this video that had Trump and Elon dancing together or whatever in this meme thing.
Yeah, it was like an AI
so like
video
yeah, like
thing.
so, but like I started like dancing with her, and then I saw the video that she had, and I was like,
And we were like,
fuck.
I was like, I danced with the wrong old lady.
I feel like that would only kind of happen to me, but yeah, I so like if somebody were to actually approach me or like say something kind of like that, or, you know, just being antagonistic in some way, I mean, well, like actually at the protest, I mean, there was like we counted like 3 people that flipped us off, you know, running through the spot and whatever, but the rest of it was just like honks of support and like love signs, peace signs, thumbs up, and like whatever. And it was so heartening, dude. And that's why I was saying with your life worth, I feel like it would actually like be good for my faith in humanity to be around, you know, different people who feel the same and stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, but yeah, like when there were the people that were flipping us off or whatever, like, I mean, I just smiled, you know, like I was like, oh, you know, like you're kind of stuck somewhere, man. And it really sucks, you know, because like, especially with like whoever organized the No Kings thing and like kind of, like pinpointing these particular arguments, you know, I feel like they're arguments that are hard to argue with, even for people who love Trump, in that like we don't want a fucking king, you know, we don't want an authoritarian, we don't want a dictator, and we don't want fucking fascism.
Stand for this.
Yeah, well, like, and well, like you as a patriotic person, I'm assuming, you know, shouldn't want that either.
That's just the part that gets me, is that they are the ones that talk about being so patriotic, and then they're just like trash people. They're the raccoons of society, only not cute.
My God, baby raccoons are so
oh my
freaking
god
cute.
oh my god, the one at the zoo that when we took Jordan's nephew last weekend was being so cute. And I say it was being so cute, all it was doing was just having a little nap,
existing.
he was just sleeping on his back in his little hammock, and it was just so funny because he was like I'm like, shit, that's what I looked like this morning. Like, he was really cute.
That is adorable.
They don't have the little African cats or whatever they were, like the little desert cats or whatever. That are in desert cats. That's what they were, because they are in the Life in the Desert exhibit or whatever. They don't have them anymore, but they have little fennec foxes.
Ooh.
I almost threw up because I was so happy.
My
I was like, oh my god! And you know what they were doing? Sleeping, just like the little raccoon. I was like, damn it!
Yeah, you know.
How do I get into this? How do I get through the glass?
Yeah, right.
How do I Harry Potter this shit? Just so I can snug up on a little fennec fox. Oh, they're so cute.
That would be freaking amazing. Like in Japan, they do have little like different places that are made like to interact with different kinds of animals.
Yeah, they
and
have like
stuff.
little raccoon cafes.
Yeah. And well, like there are some that are just like miscellaneous animals. I mean, there's just like all kinds of animals, and it's so fucking cool. But yeah, like even like with otters and stuff, like they'll have little things where you can like, you know, feed them and hang with them, and they'll just like crawl all over you and stuff. And I'm like, that is amazing.
And then like we came back from the zoo or whatever, and then I didn't realize it, but apparently there's a bunch of controversy right now. I can't remember, maybe Adam had mentioned it too, and I was like, how did everybody know about this elephant controversy? And I did not.
Oh yeah, I think I remember
in
mentioning
LA
it.
so Tulsa got two new Asian elephants, and it's just so funny because people in LA were all pissed off because these elephants ended up coming to Tulsa and did not go to a sanctuary that is like much larger, blah blah blah. Which, however, I mean the Tulsa area that they have for the elephants is pretty big,
Huge.
but that's beside the point. It's just funny to me because people were like protesting it in LA, and we all know how LA protesters are, right? When they really get into it, there's a ton of people because it's LA. And they were protesting these elephants coming to Tulsa. And I guess they like shipped them to Tulsa in the dead of night.
Oh
my
my
God.
Like from the zoo, like while the zoo was closed and there was nobody there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck do you just sneakily transport
Two
two
elephants.
elephants? Like not even like a zebra, like that one
That
that
was flying through the
escaped, and they
sky.
had to
Airlift
airlift
him.
it back to the zoo or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, how is that what they did with the elephants? Did they helicopter them out of the zoo? Like, because that would be crazy, right? Just these two.
elephants flying through the
Yeah.
sky like Dumbo.
Because well, and then in Dumbo they were on trains too.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like when there's the traveling circus, or they're like on. Is it a train?
Yeah,
Or like
I
a
That the
think so.
trolley
elephants are
thing?
on?
Yeah,
It's like a little it's like a little trolley thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I love Dumbo.
I do too, dude. Baby mine can still fuck me up any day,
Ugh.
any fucking day. But yeah, that is wild. I had not stayed up to date on
I'm
on
just
any
like,
of
what
that
the
news.
hell?
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
all
is-
these protests going on in LA. I didn't hear about the elephant protest.
Yeah, I didn't even know we got 2 new elephants.
Yeah.
So wild.
I
But-
don't even know if I saw them or not. I did see 2 Asian elephants, but I don't know if it was the ones that like we've always had. I don't know if the ones we had died and that's why we got more. Like I have no idea.
Bruh.
But I went to like trim that cat's nails that I do for the client that comes to where I work or whatever.
Mhm.
And he was like, you guys went to the zoo? Because like they were like, how's your weekend? And I was like, yeah, da, 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 da. And he's like, did you hear about the elephants? And I'm like, why does everyone keep asking me that? What? And then there was a really cute little baby monkey. I can't remember if
I saw the baby
I think
monkey.
I can't remember if I sent it to the group chat or just to Ashlyn, but yeah, I can't remember what kind of monkey it was, but it was pretty cute.
No, when I took Raya, it was like a couple months ago, and like the baby monkey was there, and
Oh, you
Raya,
did see it?
yeah, and
Aw.
Raya was like bored.
She's like, "Ugh,
it was
lame.
so
Been there,
funny.
done that."
Yeah, she's like, I'm a baby too. Like, you
Big-
know?
it's a big deal. Yeah, because it was just born, I think, like in October.
Yeah.
Mhm. So it's a little baby. It's
Yes,
really
so
cute.
I would love to see him. I haven't been to the zoo in so long, and I do think I would like to go in one of their adult nights.
Neither had I. Like I hadn't been in at least. I think I went right after the pandemic had like slowed down.
Hmm.
But yeah, they have like, there was a bunch of construction. So they must be like expanding or something,
Yeah.
or like doing a new exhibit or something. But yeah, the Jaguar's not there anymore. Because I think it passed away like a few months ago or something. Because I was like, wait, where is he? Because he was always my favorite. So that was a bummer.
Yeah, I want to go
Yeah.
at night just because of the heat primarily. I feel like,
Bro, yes, it was so hot.
yeah,
It was hot as
I feel
fuck.
like I would just like.
And my
fucking-
dumbass didn't eat anything before we went. So
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
and then like I started getting so thirsty. I was like, I need something to drink. Because like I didn't think I'd be able to take my Stanley in there. Because I was like, do they let you bring in outside? I didn't think that they would let you. But then like I saw people with their Stanleys and I was like, so like I remember at one point there was a little vending machine thingy that had like Gatorades and shit in it, but it was off, and I was like, no, like banging on it. I'm like, just because I was trying to find one. I was like, fuck it, I don't even care if it's $6. I'm buying something. I'm like, I need something to drink or I'm about to die.
Yeah.
Because it was so hot. It was so hot. I'm like, I don't understand. I do not understand how people in humid fucking areas that are as humid as places like Florida, Louisiana, fucking places like that live. How do you do it? Tell me.
Yeah.
Because I walked around that zoo for like 3 hours and I was like, cut the fucking show. I'm done. I was not built for the heat. I was not.
Me neither.
No, I
dude.
mean, even Ron said at the open mic there was a girl who was throwing up from heat stroke. Like,
Yeah.
God.
It's
No.
just too hot.
Jan had that one issue that last time
Yeah,
we
and well,
recorded.
so she was wearing something kind of similar to this, and so she said that she just like overheated and stuff. So, but she got sick at the grate on the side of the building, and Chad and I were about to practice out there, and so but I saw her and I was like, fuck, dude, because like I have literally been in that exact spot, getting sick in that exact spot whenever like the bathrooms have been full sometimes, and so but yeah, like I ran inside and I got her some water and I like wet some paper towels and stuff and like gave her the paper towels to like put on her forehead and like one on her neck, and like she ended up feeling a lot better by the end of the night, and I was really happy that she stuck around and stuff and to see her looking better. But yeah, I mean, like we just can't like fucking play with this heat right now. Like, yeah. I mean,
like the heat advisory warnings are real, you know, where it's like,
because even a lot of the time when it says like it's like, you know, like 90 degrees, but it feels like, you know,
especially if you're getting in and out of a car.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like Chad used to Vox me from work all the time, but he would go in his car and like, you know, he had been talking about like feeling like, you know, just like absolutely zapped a lot of the time, and I was like, dude, I think you gotta cut that part out, you know, like because I think it just getting in and out of the car at the hottest part of the day is just like fucking brutal when he already works outside like the majority of the day too. So it's just like, I don't know how the fuck
I don't know how he functions with all the stuff that you guys do, and plus having a job like that, like
and kids
and getting up at like 4 a.m. and stuff, like, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. Absolutely wild. And he'll always like apologize for being like tired and stuff, and I'm like, brother, I'm like, you have every fucking reason to be, and I would not survive like a quarter of what you do. Like all the stuff that we do, you know, together and on our own or whatever is more than enough for me without, you know, the 9 to 5 hard labor throughout the day in the sun that he does, you know.
I could never.
Yeah.
I'd be more mean than I already am.
Yeah, right. Like there's always that like picture of that cake or whatever that says like, I'm sorry for what I said when it was 101 degrees or whatever.
Yeah, dude, that really does affect the mood. I get very grouchy, and I love the rainy days. It rained earlier. I hope it just keeps
I know.
raining.
I like want to go sit outside.
I know. Yeah.
We will,
Honestly,
is what I'll
yeah.
say.
Yeah, we will in just a little bit, man. Because yeah, the rain and the wind are so welcome. Like,
I know when you opened up my car door, I was like, whoa, it's kind of chilly.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
running outside with Raya before you
Oh.
guys got here. Where we were just like running, feeling the wind, like twirling her around, and my mom-in-law was here. And
Yeah,
like,
because the storm like rushed in.
Mm.
Like, I mean,
yeah,
so like the
It
you
really
wind,
could see the
did.
clouds,
the wind
moving
right
fast.
before was awesome.
Yeah, we were out there. And
My
she
dog was
loving it.
taking a poop. Like
And
it's
they're
the
like,
wind. He was going in the leaves, and all the wind was pushing his hair back, and he's like, "Oh God!"
Better make this a quick one.
It's hilarious. Those dogs, I swear.
I know
gosh.
that we sometimes do bring topics or not, so I didn't know. Should we talk about the Sabrina Carpenter album cover? Or
Oh my
I would
gosh,
be
yeah,
down
we
to talk
definitely
about
can.
that.
yeah. So you know what you've seen the picture and everything, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, so tell me your thoughts. I just want to know.
I love it. I think it's hilarious because it's doing exactly what she wants it to, which is piss people off. And it's like, that's the point, and you all look so silly.
Like, I mean, like for me, I mean, I think it's beautiful in its own right. The photography is really good. But like, I mean,
I want to know what highlighter she's wearing in that fucking shit.
I know
It's like,
dude.
bing, like so bright, so gorgeous. Anyway, sorry.
I think the way I would put it is
Here,
that
well, I'm
like
gonna pull it up on
I would kind of with as powerful as she is, as solid of a performer as she is, all of those things, I feel like there's equally sexy shit that she could do that would actually put her in that place of power. Like say like it's like her with like a guy's head between her legs or something, you know, where he's going down on her, you know, like I would love to see more if
that like power switch up or something.
yes, like it like for women who want to use the sex aspect as they have every fucking right to, for women who want to do that, I would just love to see them doing it in an empowering way for themselves.
definitely-
and them being the
I think
ones
I've-
in control.
I think I'll have more feelings about it once I hear the songs on the album as well.
True.
Because I mean, the one that she already released and the name of the album, I think is why the album cover is that way. Because I mean, the name of the album is Manchild.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see what the songs will be like, because if you listen to Manchild, it's very calling out men as babies, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm very interested to see how the album will turn out, and then I think I'll have my final judgments on the album cover, because usually that's what I do. Is I usually, because I mean,
You've taken the full piece of art to
yes,
understand it a bit
exactly,
more.
yes, because I mean, if you're a good artist, I guess, then I guess not everything has to have meaning, but I think some of the best artists out there do put a lot of meaning into the art that comes with their musical art aspects and,
they're
and
like
the visuals to it.
thought provoking in some of
Yes.
their
Mhm.
themes and whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Um,
It's interesting because it's like I've seen a lot of different
Because if you look at that picture, it's kind of funny because I notice things like she's looking at us, not up at him. He's kind of holding her hair like this, not like
yeah,
you know, like
not, yeah,
her, you know, not
yeah.
aggressive, you know.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I want to see what the album is going to be like.
well, I
Yeah.
just want to be clear too. There is no judgment from where I'm sitting. All I'm talking about is like the kind of stuff I would really love to see.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. That
'Cause-
see what you were depicting sounds kind of more like something that like maybe Chapel would do.
Exactly. Yeah.
or
And
something.
yeah. Exactly. And I
Yeah.
would fucking applaud the shit out of it, or even
Yes.
Miley sometimes. Britney,
Yeah.
I actually feel like is a fairly good example of
Yes.
it being empowering and
Yeah.
because I mean she was sexual and stuff, but you know she was the one with the boa constrictor and fucking you know like or it wasn't a constrictor but a boa.
Well, and it was interesting because it was like a lot of the feminists were like mad about it, or you know, they say you know it's whatever because it's like, are you tearing a woman down and you're
Well,
Yeah,
and
how
I
are
think
you? Yeah.
I think that's a really big factor is that, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. if you
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I think like I don't know, like say like for like the young girls that look up to Sabrina Carpenter or whatever, I would just love for them to see like a woman in power on the album cover, you know, a woman you know, whether that's, you know, with their sexiness or whatever. I would just kind of love to have that as the example that they can harness their own power in that way too,
Yeah.
and not necessarily um like like I don't know how to put it exactly, but I think, you know, I would be curious how the album plays out too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm all for taking in all the art and stuff too. And I you know, I think the from just an outside value or outside, you know, without listening to the album, you know, is a risque kind of imagery, but it was just very interesting to like hear all these other people's perspectives. And I'm sorry, I hear my little baby. But I mean, I do really like Sabrina Carpenter. I stumble upon these like very interesting accounts on TikTok that are like spiritual. And I do question this one girl because like I went to her page where it's like, you know how when like there's like a sect of spirituality that kind of goes in this weird way, like religion, where it's like only the creator, the divine feminine of the this, which those are still like not, I'm not saying are insane words, but she had this website where it's like you go to the like my creator, like whatever, and then there's like these like classes or whatever where it's just like I don't know, this is kind of what is this, you know, it kind of feels a little culty or something like strange. So but she was like, this is demonic and this is telling women to like freaking you know, the man is always like the one in power, like whatever, you know. And I think off face value it can kind of,
I feel like it deters the message in a way to use religious like symbolism.
mm-hmm.
Honestly, I feel like it using religious symbolism like that, like it's demonic to do that, like that's fucking nobody's gonna hear that, honestly.
Yeah
It will almost automatically be written off by anybody who isn't also religious or whatever. But I mean to say like to speak to that power position or whatever, sure, but like I said, doing these like religious attributes to these things isn't like it is just almost more grating in a way.
Well, and it was also interesting because it was kind of mixed in with like Sydney Sweeney's like controversial like soap commercial, which I do love Sydney Sweeney, and she is like freaking, you know, but yeah, it's just very interesting. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, you know, there's a lot of different routes that like women can take, but you know, they are more than welcome to take the sexy route. You know, like
even like Miley too. Actually, I should have. This is should have been the first example. Fucking River, that music video where she is the woman in the middle dancing with all these men are dancing up on her, you know, but she is like owning all of it and kind of controlling the flow of the dancers and stuff. I'm like, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, cause like, you know, I mean, like, it's like sexy or whatever, but say I like had an 18-year-old kid that saw that or whatever, I would be like, fuck yeah, you know, like, yeah, I mean, like if that's where you're taking your empowerment or whatever, like, hell yeah, you know, but not, like if it was like, you know, all the dancers like moving her or something, then that would hit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really I like that video quite a bit actually. And so Something Beautiful is actually coming into theaters like for a substantial amount of time now, and
and she was on the Sorry We're Cyrus podcast finally.
Yeah, and actually to pull it full circle, she had actually talked about kind of worrying about Sabrina Carpenter in a way in one of the interviews that I watched recently, where she was just saying that like her kind of work schedule, you know, like being in like one country one night and then in another country another night, and just like I mean it's just pretty brutal on the body and on the mind and stuff. And so she was just like, you know, like I think she said something like she hits her up saying like, if you ever need anything, you know, because it is a lot. And that's something to consider too, like when people are like talking down about these people and stuff, is like they are working really fucking hard. Sabrina Carpenter in particular, she works really fucking hard and has been for a really long time. And so many of the other pop girlies too. Chapel, like she has been working her ass off for like 10 years and even doing like backup vocals for like Sabrina Carpenter and stuff. And so, you know, to really like cast any actual judgment or like shame, you know, I don't think that's fucking productive at all. And that's something, like you were saying, there's that irony in some feminists or whatever, just like shaming these women or whatever, but saying that it's that they're for women. And so, but it's like, you know,
you have to be for women in every choice that they, I mean,
yes,
you know, as long as it's not like
toxic
harming
or harmful
in some way, but yeah, you know, I mean, people embrace their sexuality in different ways, and I think it is hard if you're a child actor going into, you know, like no matter what you do, it is gonna kind of just be looked at with a freaking microscope and stuff,
right?
And you know, you're also a young person making these decisions with a lot of powerful people around you too, you know, that that might try to use your talents to the ground.
And sometimes that's sometimes an element that will like kind of gnaw at me a little bit, like when I see like that album cover and stuff, like I'm just like, I'm hoping that it was her vision.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and with a lot of these different like child actors and stuff, like when they do stuff like that, I'm just like, as long as it's what you actually want, you know.
Like freaking Miley said that in Plastic Hearts there were several songs that she wished she hadn't written, because like she didn't, there were some things within that, like the people who ran her team and stuff, that she didn't like and that were maybe taking her in a direction that she didn't want to go. But I just thought that was crazy. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, we have such a limited scope on so much of what's going on for these artists.
I mean, the
and
music
people,
industry is insane. Like,
yeah,
there
and
is
often
definitely
really predatory, and that's why I would have little concerns here or there.
Now that does bring me to Astro World, because some of that stuff is kind of resurfacing. Like, there's a documentary I think that came out.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But there's a lot of videos on TikTok, like when the crush like was kind of happening, and like a lot of different perspectives, and it's now that, like, listen, like I'm not really a person to say like demonic and stuff, but that one was such a strange, like, I mean, granted, I've never been in a crowd crush and I've never witnessed anything like that in real life, so to me to see that through a phone lens,
well, to say
weird.
that it's absolutely a hellscape in what was happening to those people, it was.
Yeah, and that, but with the music going on too, like it was just a very weird, like, you know, I do think music has power, so it can kind of be used for good or bad, I guess. I don't know. But and that I felt like it was real bad, because even freaking when we went to see Green Day, like he saw someone getting like passing out and, you know, far away and stuff, so it was like, I mean, it definitely seemed like
you might become
Travis
aware of
Scott was
certain
not
things.
like because also people weren't even applauding at certain points, like after songs, like, but you could hear people going help, like all this stuff. So it's like, why would he not stop the show? Like, that is just suspicious. Anyways,
yeah,
it's a wormhole you can fall into.
Yeah, that whole thing was pretty strange and really hard to watch. Like when I did see the videos too, it was like absolutely brutal. And I think I would probably struggle with a documentary in that way. Like, I think I would probably fast forward through the parts of the actual event or whatever and just kind of watch maybe the stories from these different people that survived and stuff. I'm assuming that's what a lot of it is. But yeah, I mean, being a part, I mean, well, and I mean, I think you guys had seen like recently, you know, there have been different shootings going on that are absolutely like tragic and stuff. And
one that happened at Juneteenth that we drove past. We didn't know what was happening at that time.
Yeah. So, because we had gone to the Cruel Summer thing at Canes, and we really kind of left in the nick of time as far as just not being around when the cops rushed in, and like being locked in there kind of, and so I was really grateful for our timing with everything in some ways, but but it's just absolutely fucking heartbreaking. There's been there was like a slew of like 3 days where there was just like um multiple victim shootings, and it just really fucking sucked because I mean, like, you know, the organizers of Juneteenth, you know, their hearts are there to celebrate, and to you know, it be a family event and spread love and whatever. And with a lot of these shootings, it seemed to be young people kind of acting out or whatever. And I don't know, the I'm kind of afraid that there's like a sect of young people that have like fully fell into like a nihilistic a mentality where they don't care for other people because they don't like care for themselves, or maybe just haven't known like proper care throughout their lives or whatever. And so like seeing all of that too, I mean, like, you know, there's so much of, you know, every one of us that want to feel safe, you know, when we go to any event, and for Tulsa to kind of make news in that way, I think was heartbreaking for a lot of people. And so, but I don't know, I swear, I mean, my main thing that I always come back to is like free mental health care for fucking everybody, god damn it. Because I mean, I don't think it could stop everything, and I know that there are plenty of people that would be entirely resistant to even considering therapy and stuff, but
just to give like more access to
yeah,
it, you know.
and particularly to kids and adolescents, I feel I think it could do fucking wonders. Fucking wonders. But
Yeah.
my heart goes out to everybody affected and everybody that was there, for real. It's not something that I ever want myself or any loved ones to go through, and to even conceptualize it that night when I was reading, because I had different friends that were there and in that area and stuff, and like posting these different videos and whatever. And it was like I was up so late that night, like just like going through all this stuff because I don't know, I was worried. I was worried for different people that I knew were there, and it was just wild. So fucking love one another as hard as you fucking can, and try to bring that energy with you into the world somehow. Even though
I know, I feel like it's
even
getting
though
harder
a
every
scary
day,
world,
but geez,
yeah.
we've got to keep trying, I guess.
We need the love more than ever, I think.
Yeah.
But speaking of, I love you guys, and we will see you next week, I suppose.
Subscribe.
Like the video. Fucking leave some feedback, leave a comment, say your favorite part of the episode, do whatever.
Do it.
If you went to the show, feel free to talk about your experience. We were so happy to have you.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah, seriously.
And we hope to see you at the next one too.
Heck yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.